Appendix D, the Incurables Program. Name some of the incurable diseases. There are no incurable diseases. Why is saliva the key to opening the door of digestion? Without mixing saliva with the food, the balance of the digestive juices are not activated for good assimilation. By gulping or inhaling our food without properly mixing saliva with it, we get only 8 to 10% of its value. By properly chewing, we can raise this to 40 or 45%. The remainder is generally cellulose or indigestible fiber. Which juices and herbs are used during the first week of holistic aid? Fresh carrot juice, slippery elm gruel, comfrey leaf, or root tea. What is the three oil massage? Castor oil, olive oil, and wheat germ oil. Outline the sun bath procedure. Immediately after the massage, have the patient take a sun bath each day in the nude, not through glass but in direct sun. Discuss the bathing procedure. Only allow 2 minutes on the front and 2 minutes on the back the first day. Add 2 minutes front and back each day, but no more. In 6 days, we will get in 6 days you will be up to 12 minutes front and 12 minutes back. Do not sunbathe between 11 in the morning and 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That is not at high noon. If it is a cloudy or cold day, use a sun lamp, but do not allow a burn. Why are only natural fibers used for clothing? Because synthetic cloth strangles and chokes the body and is a barrier to oxygen, the breath of life. Describe the herbal fermentation process. It should cover the head area to hairline, down the spine, all the way down to the end of the tailbone. Make a cap fit down to the ears, or use cotton or wool skull cap and stitch a flannel strip 4 or 5 inches wide down the back over the spine area. After wetting the fermentation cloth with complete tissue and bone or BF&C and lightly wringing it out, cover it with a plastic over the head, shower cap, etc., and a strip down over the spine. The moisture will go into the body and not the bedding or mattress. The fermentation down the back can be held into place with a sweatshirt and shorts. How do we apply foot reflexology during the Incurables program? 3 times a day, leaving 1 day in between, such as Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Which fruit juices are used during the second and third weeks of the Incurables program? Apple juice and grape juice. Which foods are used during the fourth week of the Incurables program? A choice of any of the fruit juices used previously. Add one solid meal of a good fresh vegetable combination salad. As many raw fresh vegetables as you desire. If a salad dressing is desired, use a natural one, such as one made with fresh olive oil, apple, cider vinegar, or lemon juice. And if desired, a small amount of honey, grated fresh onion, and garlic to taste, savory salad herbs, coarse fresh ground black pepper, etc. A small serving of pre-soaked, low-heated grain may also be added. Why do we use the pre-soaking and low heating method of preparing whole grains? This live food must be killed by this live food must not be killed by overeating. By using pre-soaked low heated grain, we raise it from the objection of a pH 5 to a 7 pH, which is easily assimilated. Why is deep breathing advised? To get the breath of life into the upper lobes of the lungs. How is static electricity discharged from the body? Walk or jog barefooted on the lawn to get rid of the static electricity in the body. Appendix E. Skin eruptions. Why is it detrimental to suppress rashes or pus eruptions which break out upon the diseased body? This is poison in the body that should be released. Mhm. Keeping the skin from breaking out is defeating nature's efforts for a complete healing and house cleaning. The larger the breakouts of rashes, chickenpox, measles, etc., the better off the child. What do disease germs live? What do disease germs live on and why are they compared to garbage men? The germ is a scavenger that lives on toxins, mucus, poisons, and filth. They are nature's perfect garbage men because the only thing they can consume is the filth of the body. When all the garbage is cleaned up, they leave because they have nothing more to live on. Explain the advantages of a moist fever and the disadvantages of a dry fever. A moist fever can go much higher and if used properly by working with the germs can only do good as the maker of the human body intended. Dry fever is a killer, causing infantile paralysis, brain fever, etc. What is the danger in administering shots and oral medications to kill the germs present in the body during a disease? We have defeated the purpose of nature. It is like having a garbage man strike in a large city. When we kill our garbage men or germs in the body, we still have the original filth they were trying to consume, plus continual additions, plus the corpses of all the germs we have killed. This causes the heart to labor, trying to pump the sludge through the system, pulling calcium from wherever it can to help in this extra labor. Then, when we are faced with a calcium deficiency, we can develop rheumatic fever, causing a rheumatic heart and a weakened body. That may even go into polio, stroke, multiple sclerosis, muscular dystrophy, etc. The rheumatic fever condition leaves a calcium weakness that can lie dormant for years, and then, with a new loss of calcium at some future date, can develop into one of these maladies. What is the purpose of building an artificial fever? To aid the body to cleanse and heal during chickenpox, measles, etc. Name two aids to clear a constipated bowel during a fever. A very high fever and catnip enema. Name two aids to clear a constipated bowel during a fever. A very high fever and catnip tea enema. Briefly discuss the water therapy procedure to be followed in the event of a fever. After the bowels are cleaned out, put the child into a very warm tub of water, as hot as can be tolerated, and leave him in the tub, keeping it hot, very warm, for as long as possible. Give the child lots of very warm yarrow and or red raspberry leaf tea to drink while in the tub to make him sweat a lot. This will bring the poisons to the surface faster. A fast breakout on the skin will shorten the sick period by a number of days. When it is time to take the child out of the tub, sponge him off with cold water, and while still damp, without drying the child off, put on night clothes and bundle off into bed. Dry the head unless a nightcap is used. The dampness will keep the poisons coming to the surface, generating an artificial fever which will ensure the dryness of the clothes by the time the child awakes in the morning. Appendix F. How is an herbal tea prepared? The usual preparation is 1 ounce of the botanical herb placed into 1.5 pints or 24 ounces of cold water. This is covered, brought to a boil, then gently simmer or low for about 20 minutes to half hour. Remove the herbs and continue to simmer with the lid off and until the liquid is reduced to half to quarter the original volume. What are the tentative dosages of herbal tea for adults? 1 teaspoon of cut herbs for infusion. Persons 12 years old and up, half of the adult dosage. Those between 8 and 12 years, half the adult dosage. Children between 4 and 8 years old, half the adult dosage. Children below 4 years old, half the adult. Children between 4 and 8 years old, quarter the adult dosage. Children below 4 years old, quarter the adult dosage. What is a poultice? A poultice is an herbal preparation of a soft, semi-liquid mass made of some cohesive substance mixed with water, apple cider vinegar, or other substances, and used for supplying heat and moisture to an area or to act as a local stimulant. How is a poultice prepared? Combine powdered or crushed herbs with enough slippery elm and hot water to make a thick paste. Put this up, put this over the affected area. If fresh green leaves are used, simply heat, bruise, triturate, or chop them up finely and apply to affected parts. What are poultices for? A mustard poultice or plaster can help break up a heavy cough. Roasted onions can be crushed for the same purpose. They have been used in pneumonia. Raw grated onions will also work, but you must coat the skin with olive oil beforehand and check for blistering consistently. Poultices are excellent for enlarged or inflamed glands, neck, breast, groin, prostate, etc., and also for eruptions, boils, carbuncles, and abscesses. What is a fomentation and how is it usually made? This is applying herbs to convey heat, moisture, and medicinal aid in order to relieve pain, to reduce inflammation, and to relax affected areas. Fomentations are usually made from bitter herbs, sometimes with cayenne added, steeped in apple cider vinegar or water. What are fermentations used for? A fermentation of apple cider vinegar alone will often take the pain out of arthritis, rheumatism, and similar conditions. How are the heat and moisture in a fermentation regulated? By placing plastics, oilcloth, etc. over fermentation. Appendix G. Formulas. What is a tonic? Tonic mean they may be taken for extended periods of time for chronic problems. What is the normal tonic dosage? The normal tonic dosage is 2 capsules 3 times a day or 10 to 30 drops of extract 3 times a day. However, when the need arises, this amount may be increased. For example, during an acute infection, it may be necessary to take 2 teaspoons of the super garlic immune formula every hour, even though the normal dose is 2 tablespoons 3 times a day. There are 2 considerations when you are using herbs as medicine. What are they? First, be familiar with the herbs you are using, and second, the dosage or therapy should be more aggressive than the disease being treated. What is black ointment used for? For use externally, an old ulcer, tumors, for use externally on old ulcers, tumors, boils, warts, skin cancer, hemorrhoids, excellent for burns and as a healing agent. Black walnut tincture has been used for centuries to treat parasitic infections. Which formula helps to overcome incontinence? Bladder formula, Sgd-g or the dry formula. The blood circulation formula feeds stimulating herbs into the circulatory system, where they work from the bloodstream to the heart and arteries, out into the veins. This combination of herbs work together to equalize blood pressure. The 2 main stimulating herbs are cayenne and ginger. List remaining herbs in the formula. Golden seal, hydra, golden seal, Siberian ginseng, parsley root, garlic. What is the main function of the bloodstream formula? So that we can have a good circulatory system for delivering food to the body properly, and in addition to carry off the waste materials. What ailment does the chest comfort formula help correct? Colds, beginning of fevers, flu, hoarseness, sluggish circulation, colic, cramps. 5 common herbs comprise the cold season formula. Name them: garlic, parsley root, watercress, rosemary, rose hips. The complete tissue and bone formula is a specific aid for bone, flesh, and cartilage. What is the main difference between the complete tissue and bone formula and the BF and C bulk formula? Name 8 different ways these formulas can be administered. The difference is that the comfrey has been replaced with the herbs listed above. To treat broken bones, sprained ankles, torn ligaments, scrapes, cuts, and wounds. It is also excellent for varicose veins, curvature of the spine, skin eruptions, pulled muscles, blood clots, and calcium spurs. What is the herbal formula used to improve poor equilibrium, reverse hearing loss, and heal malfunctioning nerves? How is it administered? Ear and nerve formula, B&B. The procedure is as follows for ears. Place 4 to 6 drops of oil of garlic and 4 to 6 drops of this formula in each ear before bed. Plug the ears overnight with cotton 6 days a week for 4 to 6 months or as needed. On the seventh day, flush ears with an ear syringe using half warm apple cider vinegar and half distilled water. In cases of a ruptured eardrum, do not use apple cider vinegar. What is the herbal formula for malfunctioning glands? In what forms is it administered? Female reproductive formula, the new fem. Which formula is an excellent cardiac tonic? Hawthorn berry heart syrup. The mineral, the heavy mineral bogleweed formula is designed to draw out minerals, drugs, and other pollutants trapped in the body. Which formula clears toxins from the lymph system? Heavy mineral bogleweed formula, bogleweed combination, and bogledock tincture. Which herbal formula is recommended for cataracts? The herbal eyebright formula. The herbal aid for eliminating intestinal parasites is herbal parasite syrup. How can the herbal tooth powder be used in severe cases of pyorrhea? Place this herbal formula between the lips and gums, upper and lower, around entire mouth area by mixing the powder with enough water to make a pie dough consistency and press around the teeth. Leave on all night, 6 nights a week, as well as brushing regularly until improvement is evident. Then continue on with regular brushing with this herbal formula. When packing the gums overnight, mix tooth powder with extra slippery elm. True or false? The hormonal changes formula is designed just for women. False. It's designed for women and men. Describe the action of the Immucalm formula on the body's immune response. Calm yet strengthen the body's immune response. The itch ointment can be used for eczema and or other skin infections, sores, burning, itching skin or genitals, swollen testes, acne, hives, also for ulceration of the mouth and throat. The joint formula acts as a solvent for the accepted but not assimilated calcium deposits. It also relieves pain, kills fungus and infection. Which food make up the Jurassic green? Alfalfa, barley grass, wheatgrass. We generally do not take the best care of our delicate urinary tract, but by asking our kidneys to filter what irritating and clogging material? Black tea, coffee, carbonated drinks, hard water, and alcohol. Which formula rebuilds the tissues of the colon and strengthens intestinal muscles? The lower bowel formula. Which two herbs will relieve minor pain while soothing the nerves? Wild lettuce and valerian. Which formula is used to cleanse, rebuild, and increase circulation in the brain? Memory Plus formula, the MEM formula. Which formula aids mental fatigue, depression, ADD, anxiety, etc.? Mind Track, Kid E Track. It is true that Mind Track effectively restores mental clarity. Which herbal aid is indicated in both diabetes and hypoglycemia? The pancreas formula, PANCT. When do you start using the birth prep formula? 6 weeks before the time of birth. Match the dosages to the week used for the birth prep formula. First week, 1 capsule per day. Second week, 2 capsules per day. Third week and onwards, 2 capsules per day. 2 capsules 3 times per day. What three herbs are in the rash formula ointment? Comfrey, marshmallow root, calendula. Relax Ease is designed to rebuild or feed the motor nerve and will also rebuild the frayed nerve sheath, the nerve itself, and its capillaries. Which formula is a great remedy for headaches, sinus pressure, and sore muscles? Sensei Menthol Rub Ointment, Sensei Balm. Which herbs are used in the formula that relieve babies that have colic and flatulence? Stomach Comfort Formula, Kid E-Col, catnip and fennel combinations. Which formula was designed by Dr. Christopher to treat bacterial and viral plaque? Super Garlic Immune Formula, Anti-Plaque Formula. Which formula supports the thyroid and parathyroid glands? Thyroid Maintenance Formula, Kelp Tea. What are the herbs in the Vital Herbs formula? Why are the herbs in the Vital Herbs formula easy to assimilate? Because they are whole foods. Which tincture belongs in every first aid kit to fight infection? The Aseptic Extract tincture. That is the end of Appendix D, E, F, N.